Hello, my children. That's right, I've birthed you all through my ears. It's possible, don't look further into it. And welcome back to another episode of Focus to Z, the series where I play every single nation with a focus tree in Hearts of Iron 4 in hopes of finding some that are actually good. Realistically, we're just going through all the focus trees and looking for the paths nobody does and the really bad paths that nobody really does. Occasionally, we are pleasantly surprised though, just like I will be today because we're playing Sweden, and I'm quite excited because in true Paradox fashion, Sweden is incredibly powerful now in Hearts of Iron 4 when they got their focus tree. So surely doing a path nobody really does won't be too bad for them, right? Honestly, it is pretty difficult for me to decide actually what is the path nobody does here and which path is bad because they're all pretty decent. But there is a path I've not done for any of the Scandinavian nations before, which is the Nordic Council. Yeah, it's very gimmicky because it is a focus tree that all the members actually share. And I'm not saying we all get it, I'm saying we all share this focus tree and can each do a path. It's really dumb. Well, it sounds really dumb. I've never tried it, and I don't really see too much in here that's insane, so we'll give this a go, shall we? Things in Sweden are already going pretty great. We got a good economy that we're going to use to build up even faster, and we have a pretty powerful starting position. I'm going to go ahead and build submarines this game as well, I've decided, and really annoy whoever decides to come near me. We also need to go ahead and work on getting our support up, because currently it's pretty damn low, and we need to make sure it's high enough so that we can go down the old enemy stirs and go down to our Nordic Defense Council as soon as world tension is high enough. Thankfully, we are perfectly capable of poking the bear here and potentially getting our support up just a little bit. And there you go. Immediately, we can now do the old enemy stirs, and we can go down to our Nordic Defense Council once we get even more support. So we're going to have to keep scraping the barrel over here. If I ever mentioned this, but as Sweden, you get quite a few resources. As such, if I don't end up finding anyone directly, I think we're going to do volunteers and we're going to make a few little tank memes. Yeah, the centralized Nordic Army Command is definitely the better path to go, but nope, we're going over to the decentralized Nordic Army Command, and that, if everyone agrees, should get us in a faction with everybody over here, which does mean, come at a later date, things are going to get complicated. Are you kidding me? I'm stuck in here with Denmark. Literally, anyone else would have been more helpful, but okay, all right, Denmark. We're in this together. Now, the buffs in here are pretty good. I gotta hand you that. Only problem is we have to share them with Denmark, and we do actually get goals on Norway now, though, and Finland. I don't think we'll go for the Finland one, but Norway, you're ripe for the taking. Now, it'd probably be beneficial for me to actually just go ahead and puppet Norway here, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and take them. It's mostly down to the fact Joni will get the goal on my puppet regardless, so they'll either get it on me, my puppet, and if they're gonna do it on anyone, you may as well be me, right? Oh, screw it. We'll get Finland as well, just for the hell of it. I think it'll be way better for us if we actually get Finland as a puppet, but obviously that means we'll have to deal with the Soviets. Maybe we can release, like, Karelia, and then we don't have to deal with that, actually. I'll figure it out. So we go ahead, we take all states, then we release Karelia just as a normal nation. They're free, completely out there, and then we release Finland like that. That should hopefully be fine. Yeah, because the claim on here is on Karelia now, so I think we're completely fine. Plus, I want to get another puppet just so that they can go ahead and start doing the focuses over here, just like I'm hoping Denmark starts doing too. Well, actually, I'm not even sure if Finland's in on this because technically they didn't say yes the first time around, but I guess we'll find out. I don't think they get it because we both get the focus here, me and Denmark, and Finland's definitely not there, so that was pointless, but I guess we have a finished puppet now. Now, the problem was, I was really hoping that Finland would get in on that because I was planning on leaving Denmark to their fate with the Germans, but now I kind of am stuck to them as I need them to actually be alive to do the rest of these focuses. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to save Denmark. Here they come. Now we gotta make the decision of, do we save Denmark? And unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to save Denmark. Otherwise, my whole focus tree at this point is completely for nothing. So I'm hoping that this is enough over here just to completely stop any German naval invasions. And we've got our submarines out in the sea, in the North Sea for the most part, just to make sure that they don't try and naval invade Norway. The army's going to be sitting in the front lines over here in Denmark, which means if they do naval invade, there's nothing to defend me. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. Why did they just get a war goal anyway on the Finns? Oh, no. Okay, I now have a choice to make. do I save Denmark, or do I potentially get wrecked by the Soviets? Yeah, I love the fact that they actually have this goal on a state that Finland doesn't even own. They also have one on me. Okay, I think we may have glitched this out just a little bit. Okay, if the Soviets declare on me, I will have to say goodbye to Denmark. I don't think I could take on both Germany and the Soviets at the same time. Okay, well, they've already declared on Denmark, so I'll take a save, and if the Soviets go in on me, we'll have to reload and say goodbye, Denmark. Okay, hold on. We'll see if they lose, if they get the automatic peace out. If not, we're gonna have to reload, because this ain't going good. Seek Swedish support. You know, I don't think you quite understand the situation, Finland. I guess I will double declare on the Soviets. That situation was just not winnable, in my opinion. So we're just going to say goodbye to Denmark, which ain't great. Kind of defeats the whole purpose, but we're going to have to go save Finland. I think I'm going to have to take Finland's troops off of them. They're currently invading the Soviets. I was thinking more, you know, some real serious defense here. Oh, wait, no. Even with Denmark gone, I can go ahead and still do my stuff because they're technically exiled governments. Yep. There they are. I don't know what's keeping them alive, though, because I'm not in that, and I don't think anyone else would be considered a major. Oh, maybe it's Iceland? Iceland is somehow keeping this going. So as long as they stay alive, we should still be able to do our focuses. Oh, that means we can hold out against the Soviets as long as we want now. For us, things are actually going pretty well. Denmark, not so much. We are inflicting a lot on the Soviets right now, even though it's not looking too great on the map. As soon as the Germans go in, we should be able to push them out. And obviously, Karelia being free actually completely shortens the front enough that they're doing even worse than usual if you were to hold. Okay, Germans are in. Okay. I can invite the US to my faction. Sure. Sorry, Church. Yeah, I've gone ahead, push out of Finland now, which means we've got a whole bunch of Soviet troops now stuck over here, where my convoy rating is going to come in handy. Oh yeah, my submarines are having a field day up here now, just catching all the convoys trying to supply what's left of this army. Mexican entry into the Nordic Defense Council. You know, I always thought that Mexico was the secret Nordic country out there. And now, whilst this is really good for us in one way, it's really bad for us in 10 other ways, because having a giant Germany that's just going to steamroll the Soviets is just another issue for us later on. Well, you know, it's most certainly not what I was expecting out of this game, but it is turning into a bit of a fun one. I just realized I have the government in exiles of the Philippines. How am I dealing with this? So yeah, I'm super apprehensive about pushing any further. We're going to see if the Germans can keep up momentum. If they can't, then I'm just going to wait. And now, because I called the Americans into my faction, that does mean that Denmark has called them into the fight against Germany. So I'm hoping that will keep them busy. And also, when we are ready to actually go back and liberate Denmark, we should have a pretty powerful ally. Well, I say should, because we are relying on the AI, and that's never really gone well for us. Germans are making quite the breakthrough. I'm not too sure if we end up taking Leningrad off them. Finland could still do the peace out. I don't think they can. I think that thing is long gone. But I guess I'll try and push over there just to see what happens. Looking at Denmark's focus tree here, and I realized that they actually can't do any of the Nordic focus tree anyway, because they've capitulated, and you need to not be capitulated to do a whole bunch of them. Yeah, there's also just random stuff that you need as well that you can't have because they don't have 90,000 manpower or 20 divisions, because they're currently stuck in Bornholm, which I guess is kind of good for me though, because I just get to get the majority of the focus tree for free. There are some pretty good things in here, I won't lie. This one alone gives us weekly manpower 250, and then Denmark, for whatever reason, only gets 200, which honestly I'd much rather that comes to me, because unsurprisingly, in a world where I can't unify Scandinavia or even the Nordics altogether, we can't really do too much manpower-wise. I'm on service by requirement right now, and it stings. Okay, real question is at this point, do I wait for the Allies to go ahead and push Germany further enough that I can take my units off the border with the Soviets and go get involved with that, or do we go for a full capitulation with the Soviets, which sounds mad because we're going to end up with a larger border with the Germans, and they're going to be way more powerful when we have to go deal with them. Because I feel like if we're waiting for a German collapse here, it's not going to be coming anytime soon, whereas the Soviets are barely hanging on. And if I was simply to hit the front line button right now, whatever's on this, literally nothing is on this front. I'm just going to hit it, okay? We're just going to take them out. We will deal with the consequences later. Really cool thing is that we obviously get the ball bearings thing. If you ever played Hoi 4 before, you've probably got this pop up if you've ever gotten large enough, and it's gone to the point now I'm trading with so many people. I think, yeah, we're getting 135 weekly manpower. We've got 18% stability from it. I've got a crazy idea. It's going to involve putting this gas turbine on my tank. 11 kilometers an hour tank. That's pretty good. I mean, it's lacking in everything else but armor, but it's pretty fast. Okay, I just realized in the Nordic Defense Council, we actually get ourselves another 7.5% research speed buff there, and we're already up to 46%. So I think you know where I'll be going next. Well, I certainly ain't going further into Russia right now. We have no damn supply, so we're gonna wait for these to be built anyway. Okay, we're up to 57%. We could knock this up even more if we got a free trade, but I do need those resources pretty badly right now, as I am building a ton of tanks for a little project I got in the works next. Also, yeah, we are just now snaking into Siberia. Okay, we're making good progress. Issue is, Soviets aren't actually too close to capitulating, and now the Allies are naval invading them. Yeah, we've still got a little while to go here. It doesn't help that they haven't taken Sebastopol or Baku or anything, but I guess we'll just keep going east. Damn, ain't that beautiful. 317 days, no bonuses whatsoever, nuclear bombs acquired. Okay, it ain't gonna be pretty, but we are 2% of the way to the capitulation now. We're immediately gonna have to turn on the Germans here, because they're gonna be way too powerful. I don't know what their participation is going to be, because it's a separate one, but we're pretty high. You know, we've done a lot. We've got a lot of land. It's going to go bad. Oh, yeah, okay, that's not good. 827 points. Okay, I thought that was going to go way worse, but we have ourselves a good portion of the Russian land. Sure, they got, like, all the industrial base, the resources and stuff like that, but we have, got a vast tundra of nothingness. But it is great land for putting down nuclear reactors. Oh, you know, I am so tempted just to release the Soviets. I think holding them is just doing more harm than good, especially because we have to garrison all this damn land, and we got this massive front with the Germans now, and we could just focus. Yeah, we're just gonna get rid of them. It's not worth it. There you go. Then we can also just garrison support as well. That's great, because we still, oh my god, we just went up to 500,000 manpower from that. Thank god. I've been building my tanks up as well, my stupid little light tanks, and look how fast these things go. Almost 12 kilometers. So we're gonna have them go straight into the Germans when we can. I don't really have any marines or any better way to get across these crossings, but I do have one nuclear bomb and a dream. Okay, Denmark, time to bring you back into the world. It's gonna put us fighting the Japanese, but yeah, I don't own anything over there but Mongolia, which I forgot to release. I guess I'll keep that just for the hell of it. We'll see what happens. I know it looks like I'm about to take Copenhagen with no problem at all there. We just really need to be sure. Took 3 nuclear bombs on Copenhagen to actually get them out of there, and I told you we couldn't take any risks. We have done the unspeakable evil of bringing the Danish back into the world, and now we've actually met a bit of resistance from these Germans, so I'm going to wait until I get a few more special surprises to drop from the sky, and okay, America's just not waiting around. Okay, now as soon as these tanks get a breakthrough, I ain't too sure where they're going to end up, but probably in Berlin pretty quickly. So we're just going to carpet nuke the Germans there, hopefully make it across the river, and we'll see where we go. Oh yeah, there you go, the little tanks are cut. They're moving quickly. We're just gonna speed past the German lines right here. They just get empty tile, just vroom. Never usually do speedy tanks, but these are pretty damn good. That is all it took. I was going to say I'm not too sure they capitulate so quickly, but I think their war support, yeah, is probably pretty damn low from all the nukes. It is really sad that we can't just take down the Danish at this point and just, you know, overtake their nation and then get all these cores, but sadly, that is not how you're supposed to play this path. Like 3 nuclear bombs have been dropped on Copenhagen. There's not much there anyway. And there you go. We are quite literally done. I did call the Russians in at the end, so hopefully hopefully they give some land back to them, but we'll see. AI might not like me too much. Most certainly did not give any land back. In fact, the UK just took it themselves. Definitely a brave move. No, Denmark, you are not allowed home. In fact, you literally can't go home because Copenhagen right now isn't safe to live in. Okay, the US just got naval invaded in Pearl Harbor. Okay, into Japan might be a little bit difficult. I don't have a navy. It got blown up by the Germans, I believe, for the most part. Yep. Doesn't exist anymore. So all I have is all those submarines, and they're just getting picked off anyway. There's not a lot of them left, and I don't think the US is going to be putting up for any supremacy. Oh, never mind. Okay, I had them on auto go, and at some point it looks like somebody put a fleet out because I'm going. You know, it doesn't look like there's too much of a difference it'll make because there's no Japanese soldiers to even greet me. Did drop a couple surprise packages here and there though, so we just go look at their support. Yeah. Okay, good news is I can just click on Tokyo and I'll be there in 2 seconds. There you go. Attacks so fast. Oh, yeah, and of course, no damn points to even play with. I would like North Korea. I will take the Yamato. There you go. I think that's pretty much all we can do. And unsurprisingly, even Sweden, in a game where I've only taken Norway, is so damn overpowered. Yeah, even without the Nordic Council defense stuff, we just get so many buffs. Sweden is, you know, it is a meme at this point that obviously Paradox make overpowered stuff for Sweden in their games because they are a Swedish company, but it's definitely pretty overpowered. I mean, the only real downside to Sweden is the fact it's just the manpower issue. But once you get a couple puppets going and you go through enough of those focuses to start ticking the manpower down, you don't really notice too much. But would I ever do the Nordic Council again? No, probably not. Especially because even releasing people, you don't get them in the damn faction. I think if you did, it'd be way better because then it'd actually give you a good reason to release people as puppets and not just own the damn land. Yeah, especially if a couple of them say no, which is annoying. Maybe they will get it if I fully release them and they're just still in the faction or something. I don't know, but either way, it's not great. The bonuses in here are really good though, I gotta say, but would I do it over getting the land? Probably not, because Sweden does get so many damn bonuses. It's good if someone else does it, I guess, and then they carry on like their normal focus tree, like I'm assuming Denmark did. Like Denmark didn't go down their Nordic Council stuff. They got this for free essentially. Plus the AI didn't even do any of the focuses. They were all done by me. In all fairness, Denmark was capitulated the entire time, but these are Swedish flags everywhere. This would probably be more fun if you were just doing like a weird co-op game with somebody you know, or a couple people. If you all want to play up there in Scandinavia, you're not going to do any expansion, you could actually do a pretty fun game like that. Maybe I should do that at some point and bring some people on. But yeah, I still had a lot of fun as Sweden. It's not the best path. They have way more powerful paths in here, and it does end pretty shortly in terms of expansion because obviously that's not the point. But it's definitely one of those nations where you go super tall and you end up with very overpowered units, insane industry. Even without all my puppets, I had absolutely insane numbers. Obviously, you got tons of damn resources everywhere. It's great. Sweden's always fun to play. I've been rambling too much, I guess. If you enjoyed this episode and the series in general, leave a like, subscribe down below. We got plenty more left to go through, and some of them will not be as fun as this one. Goodbye.